Okay, in 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live.
No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Thank you, Bill, for that wonderful introduction.
Sweet upset all the time.
We are the Donkey Show podcast. Thank you guys for listening.
Oh, it's real proper.
Is that always just not the greatest
Yeah,
song?
and a little
Yeah.
crackle.
You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here.
In Orange County,
us.
California.
And
Is this a
you
commercial?
fucked up, and you fucked up.
And you
You're
fucked
here.
up.
You fucked up. You fucked up.
Why? Is that hot or what?
Do you not get what I said? You never heard that? You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us.
You fucked up?
No. I added the fucked up part.
I see what you're doing.
I get it. I missed
I see
it.
what
What
you're
is
doing.
happening right
I see
now?
what you're doing.
Is everyone okay?
It's Wednesday.
All right.
It's Wednesday.
It's hump day.
All right. My name is Brian Ruiz, a.k.a.
Oh, wow.
Not again.
Wow.
Ah,
Stop
it's been on a
it.
blank. Give me a
Stop
second.
it.
Give me a second.
Wow.
Converse.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
That's
You're
worse than
just-
mine.
You know what? This is getting
That's-
progressively.
yeah.
I
You're
will
a
even
Espejo
admit
now.
this is
Hey,
progressively
you
getting worse.
took the mantle of worst
To
AKA
the right of
for
me
sure.
is Christian Espejo, a.k.a.
The traveling Eskimo.
Dude, you use that.
No, I haven't.
Did he use that last week?
The traveling Eskimo?
Traveling some shit?
No.
I don't know, but Eskimo is a racist term.
Ooh.
Oh, are you gonna get into it?
Don't. Shots fired.
Oh, I
This is
love
hope
it.
shit.
I love it. You
Shout
didn't
out-
get that pun.
Yeah, shout out Raging
You should be
Cajun.
smart.
Sorry, dude. We're just joking. No disrespect by that.
We
That
love you,
is
Cajun.
completely Christian Espejo. I can give you
No
his
shots
address.
fired.
I can give you his address. That was in West laughed.
And I did.
It's an inside joke. To the right of Christian Espejo is Wesley P. Seymour. P is for penis, a.k.a.
AKA the casual Caucasian.
Oh.
Just feeling casual today. Got my sandies on. Got my jeans and my sandies on.
No one calls them sandies.
Sipping a beer.
I mean, no one
I've
calls-
never even heard it called sandy
Yeah, no one
before.
says that.
Just
No one
came
says
right out of my
Caucasian either.
dumbass mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People say white people.
Yeah, white people.
Yeah, there's no PC for white people.
Casual white people doesn't sound right, though. It just
White people don't
doesn't
get
have the
PC, huh?
Or redneck. It's the
Oh,
same thing.
whoa,
Too
hey,
much?
man.
Cracker? Casual
Whoa,
cracker?
Whoa,
hey.
hey,
Casual
you.
cracker.
All right, all right.
Trump supporter?
Did you see Anderson Silva is trying to? He gets back in October.
Yes.
And
I thought he just accepted a suspension.
No, it's
no, the
already been going
suspension
on.
started last year. It's
Oh.
up in October.
Time
Just
served.
agreed
yeah,
to it.
time served.
Time served.
So, do we want to watch Anderson Silva fight?
I don't know.
Here's the thing. You know,
Who does he fight even when he comes back?
Nobody.
Like, yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch him fight. I don't want to watch him lose. I don't want to. He's not fighting top 5. I don't even know if he's gonna fight top 10.
Yeah, that's like the Tito Ortiz with the fucking
Chuck
Chuck
Liddell.
Liddell.
Yeah.
That's
Anderson
that's gonna be a
Silva
shit show.
should get rid of
Oh,
his UFC contract
Anderson
and
Silva
fight
should
the
go to
winner
Bellator.
of... Yes.
And then just get all in there.
Yes. Yes.
Anderson Silva fights the winner of Tito, Chuck,
Oh yeah.
and if you have a doctor's note, then you can
You're
test
all
and everything's
good.
fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, we should have just fucking Wes. You need to make your own fighting league. Well, West Fighting
The
League.
West
Fighting
Fighting
Everyone,
League.
you know who's in there? Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire, fucking
Lance Armstrong?
Barry Bonds.
You throw a
Every
Lance Armstrong,
steroid
yeah.
abuser's in there. Like they're not even like I don't even fight.
Yeah,
I
you
just-
got to throw a ringer in there. Throw like fucking Mike Tyson in
They're
there
just
as well.
throwing needles at each other and shit.
Hey,
It's
hold on,
like,
hold on. Real quick question. Do you think Mike Tyson ever doped?
Yeah, I would say yeah.
Was there testing back then? Were they even testing for steroids back then?
No, I
In the
don't.
80s
He
or
looked like
90s
he looked
in
like
boxing?
cattle though. Couldn't imagine him doping.
Oh.
Couldn't imagine John Jones doping, but he has been.
How dare you say that?
I'm throwing it out there.
Super
it hurts
fucked up.
every time you say that.
I know,
He's
but-
the cleanest fighter.
Yeah.
He's a good
He's
man.
the most moral.
Hold on,
Never
he
been in
is
any
actually
trouble.
he's the cleanest
loves
fighter.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's the cleanest fighter who's ever been popped by USADA twice.
for steroids and
For
cocaine.
steroids
Well, he
and
loves to go
cocaine.
snowing.
DUIs and hit and runs.
He's the cleanest fighter ever hit a pregnant woman.
I love you, John Jones.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
help
it.
I'm
Can't
jumping off the John Jones bandwagon, and I'm jumping on the DC bandwagon.
Are you?
You have made that
permanently
Very
off
clear.
that wagon?
Very clear.
Are you permanently off that wagon?
Dude,
or
you
does he
know,
come back?
You know, I am very easily influenced.
He comes back. He's like, back on the John Jones wagon.
He does not have to do a lot for me to fucking get back on the John Jones bandwagon, dude. But shout out.
Do you guys have you guys seen the lineup that is happening for UFC 228?
Yeah, Carla's
yeah,
on.
Carla
Esparza
with
and
Tatiana
Tatiana Suarez. Shout out
that's
Tatiana
gonna be a
Suarez, Donkey
great
Show
fight.
family.
family, Carla.
I think that's gonna be a good fight.
It's gonna be a
you know
great fight.
why?
Okay.
Because we have striker. Oh
No,
it's
no,
wrestler.
I was like, okay.
Wrestler.
No. Wrestler
Wrestler
versus
versus
wrestler.
wrestler.
This
That
is
doesn't
wrestler
always-
versus wrestler.
yeah.
It doesn't always equate to an interesting fight,
Yeah.
No, but I think.
but
it
I
is.
think it
Yeah,
might be an
yeah.
interesting fight. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if they're gonna go to the ground. I don't even think they're gonna go to the ground.
Well,
I
the last-
think they're going to the ground.
I don't
No,
think so.
I don't think
Yeah.
so. The
I
last
hope
time we
not.
spoke with Tatiana, she said that she had good striking game.
She's like my
Dude,
stand.
like my
the
striking was
last
stand-up
thing
good.
she said, because she wanted that fight with Karate Hottie, who is Michelle Watterson, who is a striker known more for striker, and she's like, I'm very comfortable standing with Michelle Watterson.
Mm-hmm.
People haven't seen my stand-up because they can't stop my takedowns, which is pretty badass.
That's
That was a pretty
badass thing.
badass line.
And then the last
Wanna
time we
see
talked to
that fight.
Carla, she was like, "Guys, I have to go. I'm not gonna do your stupid fucking show."
Yeah, I don't like you.
Remember?
Yeah,
Stop
hey,
talking.
fuck
Who
you
invited?
guys.
Hey, who invited you to
Yeah.
my birthday
Right.
party?
Yeah, anyway. Yeah.
He's like, who the hell are
Who
you?
the fuck are you guys? But
That's
shout
all
out
right.
Carla
That's okay.
Esparza.
Shout out Carla.
And, no hard feelings. Did I sound like that was hard feelings?
Nah,
No.
you're
Oh,
fine.
I meant for it.
Oh,
Oh, you should
Yeah,
go harder.
it sounded
You
kinda
should go
hard.
harder.
Really?
I mean, when it happened,
I'm
it
too
cut.
nice.
It cut a little deep. You know.
What? I feel that.
You should go harder on that.
No, I'm
Yeah.
good.
I just want to encourage
I think
something.
no.
But both California wrestlers.
Yeah, apparently they know
Dude,
each
so
other.
she wrote this
OC
like long.
versus-
Did you read the thing she wrote on her Instagram?
Esparza or
Esparza.
But yeah,
She was
they
like,
know
you
each
know,
other.
she's like, I knew her junior year of high school.
Really?
We used to wrestle back in the day. We used to go to tournaments together. Blah blah
Really?
blah. So like, she said we were friends. I'm like, ooh.
No.
Word.
shit.
Oh, I want to see that fight.
I
I,
do
don't
too.
even
Eskimo
care if it goes to
sisters.
the ground. I want to see them go.
I just want to see. Yeah. That's a
Hell
good fight.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of wish Tatiana got that karate hottie.
Me too.
Yeah.
But if she
Because
can,
I would have felt personally responsible. You know what I'm
True.
saying? Like
Yeah,
'cause
we
last
pushed
time-
for that.
We very much
we
so
helped
pushed
her
for that.
push for that fight.
We did help her
Did.
push for that fight. We
Well-
hit up Dana White and we're like, hey man, what the fuck, bro?
What if after Tatiana sees this show, which we know she does because it's world famous and
Oh
everybody
my God.
sees it.
Of course.
What if she goes, you know what? I am gonna stand up. I'm gonna stand up with Carla. Carla can come in and try and take me down, and she's gonna eat elbows and giant beer.
You know what?
Holding
Something I
fists.
got to give Carla
Boom,
props
into her
on.
face.
Watching Carla fight, and I know it's Joanna Young Jacek, but watching her fight,
Joanna
Young Jacek, and watching her fight, her last fight, who I thought she won. Who that fight? Who's the chick she just fought?
She fought.
Carla.
Oh, Claudia Gadelia.
Claudia Gadelia. I
Yeah.
think she won that fight.
That was
dude.
just a close.
You
fight.
really
It was-
think so?
I do.
I don't think so.
I think she won that fight.
It was a
dude.
close fight, but I don't think she did.
I think-
Although not to take away from
wish-
her, she did. She
did
fought great.
I wish they judged it based on how they looked. Because George St. Pierre won that fight
But-
against Johnny Hendricks, and that fool looked fucked up, dude.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
know-
saying something else.
Yeah, they're saying like booty wise.
Yeah, booty wise. I'm like,
I'm gonna
don't
give
go.
it to
I'm like, don't go
the
down that
karate
road.
hottie.
Booty-wise,
Yeah.
what's happening here?
Because
George
you
St.
said
Pierre?
no. You said I hope they judge
should
the
judge it
fight
by the way
on
they
how
look.
they look,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh,
We're talking
don't
about
go down
women,
that
so
road.
of course our dumb asses, our dumb
Yeah.
male asses go right
Okay.
to booty
Oh,
and
booty
boobs.
hole.
What
Well,
do you do?
then Karate
Booty
Hottie
and
would
boobs.
win all the time.
Karate Hottie's been post. She's someone I've
Karate
never
Hottie.
seen post too much of her husband,
Uh-huh.
and then I seen her post about her husband recently.
Misha Tate does the same.
She
though.
posts a lot of family
Hey,
stuff.
who is Misha Tate's baby daddy?
That got Caraway, right?
No, we
It's
don't know.
not?
I don't know if she's making that known. But
Really?
congratulations
someone
to the
asked
new
her-
baby.
It's some. Oh yeah, that's
I remember
right.
someone asked her, and she's like, "I'd like to keep that private." It's like,
Yeah.
bitch.
No, you don't.
She's like, I don't want to
Why are you doing that? You don't want to talk about the
It's
person who
mystery, man.
birthed your baby?
It's mystery, man.
What, bro? You don't want to talk about the person who birthed your child? What the fuck is going on? The baby is 3 months old. How the fuck don't you want to talk about the baby who's 3 months old? Father.
She's trying to
Well,
get that money, man.
Like, to be fair, maybe she does. She just doesn't do it on this giant platform.
Oh,
on
crazy.
social
So we
media.
get everything else.
Yeah, it's not fair. I'm not saying it's fair, but
I'm going to write a letter
well.
to her.
Go ahead, do that.
Right,
And mention
right.
me. Mention me.
About what? What do you wanna
Just
say?
be like, oh, Espejo.
Espejo's down?
Yeah, Espejo's
Now
down.
that you have a baby, Espejo's down.
Yeah,
be
You want me to
fun.
say are you interested in married dudes?
right? Yeah.
Are you interested in dudes who have
yeah.
fucking wives?
Rings?
Spare, are you married?
Or black dudes
married,
who have a wife and
And
children?
babies.
Because I am down
for
for P and the G.
PMG.
Yeah.
Paige Vincent.
That's what it sounds.
Dude, how about that? I don't
about
mean to
that?
go on this. I don't mean to go on this women MMA
No, let's give them props. They're hot.
thing, but those are some fat tits.
Yeah, those
She
are
got some
fake,
fat
right?
tits.
Yeah.
That sounded creepy. I
Talk
heard it
about
in my
somebody who's
headphones.
going hard on their not husband, but like boyfriend.
Who's her
Oh, yeah.
boyfriend?
I guess a trainer, MMA fighter. But,
I heard he's actual.
but she broke a lot of hearts.
Did she? She broke a lot of hearts with those fucking.
fat tits. Just say it, man. You just say it how it is, brother.
Yeah, from
got some
from
fat ass.
DBZ, you're a sexy woman.
from night to, like it just went from one day
She's
to
the
the other.
hottest chick in that. She's the
No,
hottest
she's
chick.
not.
Uh,
No, she's not.
We're gonna roll across the bottom of this right here for our listeners out there, and for you YouTube viewers and subscribers, we're gonna roll across right here. It's gonna be our email. Who is the hottest MMA fighter right now? Female, not male. Weirdos.
yeah.
Or if you
Who is the hottest
Roll that
female MMA fighter? Because I'll say
This is going over. This is UFC
Wait,
and
and
no,
MMA.
everybody.
Any
everybody.
MMA.
You know what?
Oh. Maybe we should just-
Paige Van Zant's number one for me.
really,
All right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
huh?
Okay.
Why?
Was it? Has it always been? I feel
Because,
like-
or was it after?
she got those, after she got her boobs
She
out.
looks
She's
great.
movie.
She looks
She
great.
looks
Bro,
great.
she looks like a model.
She doesn't- no, I wouldn't go that far.
Instagram model.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's all give our
You got
our
mine.
answers.
Here,
You can't
give me.
say Megan Olivia
God
because she's
damn it!
not,
She's not
an
a
MMA
fighter.
fighter.
Yeah, she's not a fighter.
Can't say Megan Olivia.
Let's do 1, 2, and 3. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Can we pull up like? Can we pull
Yeah,
up
like
like?
now I gotta go look.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me do mine. Let me do
Okay,
mine first.
go
Okay.
go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Number 1, obviously, Paige Van Zandt.
Okay.
Number 2, Gina Carano.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right.
Like,
up there, yeah.
well, retired MMA fighter, but yes.
Yeah.
Number 3, Chris Cyborg. What?
Hey, look,
I
you
don't.
can.
It's
Brian
not fair
said
that
this.
I laughed about that. If you were being serious,
He's not being serious. Look at his face.
What is wrong with my face?
You want to laugh. You get your ass kicked. bro. You're gonna-
I shouldn't have even said that joke. No, she's not my top 3. She's not my top 3. But I do think that she is an attractive woman.
and unattractive. It sounds like you
An
just
attractive.
said unattractive.
I said an
woman.
attractive woman.
Oh, okay.
My number 1 pick is gonna be Tanya Evinger.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm gonna go.
If you have to think about it, move on.
Yeah,
Wes,
I don't
go
know.
ahead.
Go
All
ahead,
right.
go
Well,
ahead.
I mean, there's okay.
There's so
I
You
didn't
don't
have
have
time.
this at the top of your head?
Oh, I totally do. I didn't have
Okay.
time to.
Number 3 is, hey, real
to
quick.
get
Number 3 is Karate Hottie.
Karate Hottie, yeah.
Okay, so my number 1, Karate Hottie.
Yeah.
Really?
Always, it's
Yeah, for
always
sure.
been. Every time we talk about this, she's
oh,
my
yeah,
number
yeah,
1.
yeah. Okay, okay.
Always. Number 2, and damn, it's so close, and I couldn't find her name fast enough, but the girl who just lost to Alimale. Shout out, champ, champ.
Oh,
Mackenzie
yeah.
I mean, not Mackenzie Dern.
No, not Mackenzie Dern.
She's a Brazilian
Mackenzie Dern,
I forgot.
fighter. I forgot her name
Alexandra.
too. I couldn't get it in time.
I get it. I know who
yeah.
you're talking
Okay.
about.
And
Shout out to
I
Alexandra P.
Yeah, sexy.
P is for
as-
penis.
Oh, I hadn't seen her before. Dude, she came into
She's-
that ring like dancing
Yeah.
all like Brazilian,
Yeah.
like because they have that WWE entrance in
Yeah,
Bellator. They
the
do that whole
long
thing.
entrance into
Yeah.
the ring.
I was just like,
Octagon, sorry.
oh damn.
All
Okay,
right, so
so
is that your number 2? You
That's
just met
number
her.
2.
You just
I
met her.
just
Number
met her.
three.
I just met
Who's
her.
your number
Look
3?
at this.
Giving Karate Hottie
no
a run for her
loyalty
money,
at
but
all.
I am still loyal. No, I'm still loyal.
All right,
to
who's
Karate
number
Hottie,
3?
Even
Who's
though
number
she's
3?
married and she has 2 kids.
Who's
it
number
seems
3?
like she's really happy if they're
Yeah,
happy.
yeah,
So.
yeah.
Whoa,
You know what? She doesn't seem
really
that happy.
upset.
She
She's
doesn't
really
seem
sad
happy.
about that.
Yeah, you sound
Yeah.
very butthurt.
I would say, all right, like I don't care.
Hey,
if this
Wes would
sounds
have a
mean.
chance, though, right?
Yeah.
I think you'd have a chance.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Just
With the
bring that
Karate
hand.
Hottie?
I
Bring
think
that
so,
hand.
man.
Yeah, you gotta
I
bring
think
your
I
hand.
don't think so. Does Jana still listen to this? Song?
Yo.
No.
Look,
Okay.
Yo.
All right. All right. All right.
No.
Blink
You know what?
Blink once for
Karate
everyone.
Hottie is for sure my top sexiest MMA fighter. She's a married woman with children.
You already
do
said
that.
that. You already
I'm
said that.
practically
You said that
married
already.
myself,
You already said that
but I
already.
can still just throw that out.
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
said- okay.
And there is no ring on this finger, by the way.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you can,
Big ass ring.
There's no
close
need.
up,
There's
no
no
ring
need.
on
No,
that
there-
finger.
yeah.
You don't have to
You can-
explain yourself.
I would say number 3, and I don't mean this in a mean way. I hope it doesn't come off as a mean
No,
way.
here we go.
No, dude. I would say my like number 3 would be would be current champ that just beat Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Oh, Rose.
Rose. I would
yeah.
say Rose.
Yeah, Rose.
Huh, I
I'm
don't
not as
see
like
anything wrong with that.
Yeah,
Just-
Rose would be.
What's the problem here?
She has a shaved head.
Oh,
No,
man,
she-
what? Because
And
she
she's
looks like
still
11
beautiful.
from fucking goddamn Stranger
Yeah.
Things.
Yes, yeah.
Dude, she's
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
11, Rose.
I went from like Rose looks hot as fuck to her head being shaved. She just looks kind of like she looks very young.
Dog.
Now I feel like guilty
Isn't that
being
like-
like
isn't
she's
that kind of like
She looks
your
like
thing
11.
though? Isn't
She
kind of
looks
like your
like
like
thing?
11, yeah.
Like
No,
that
no,
young-
no.
The young
She looks
chicks?
like 11.
From Stranger Things,
I
I
thought
get
you
it.
were saying,
Yes,
I thought you were
yes,
saying,
yes.
yeah, she looks 11.
11
years
is
old.
probably
She's
around
Hey,
the
whoa,
level
whoa,
of the
whoa,
shade.
hey,
Relax,
relax,
there,
relax.
Chris
relax.
Hansen, Dateline NBC.
Seriously, why don't you take a seat?
I need to go ahead and take.
Those are my three.
All right,
Those
well,
are my
Spage, what do you got?
I got Karate Hottie,
Is
number one. Misha Tate, number two. And then number three, I got to go with, I would say Rose as well, actually. I
You
like
just
Rose.
stole all my.
Wow.
No, look.
Way to be creative there, man.
Look, I was
It's
just
like,
looking at
it's
her.
Like we're like we really want to be. It's like we want to be Eskimo brothers.
Yeah.
well,
we
again with this.
Oh, you guys
I
are
apologize.
Eskimo brothers. That
I
is true. That's
apologize.
super weird.
Into it, brothers. We're totally into it.
I mean,
when it comes to both of them.
Yo,
those
you keep
two. All of a sudden.
Jeez.
pushing that. Dog.
All of a sudden. All right. Well, we
okay,
have established our three hottest fighters.
Send us
Again,
your
What do you guys
right
think about
below.
Yoel? Yeah. What do you think about Yoel Romero all of a sudden? Like, hey, DC, boy,
Yeah,
how about a fight?
Yeah.
He calls him boy. Why does he keep calling people boy?
Because he's not the one that his manager is.
no,
the one
I
that
think
takes
PR.
over.
I think he's I think
I
if
don't-
you read
I don't
it,
think
yes,
so.
read it. It's all fucked up.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it?
No, the English is fucked up.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Like so the theory is that his manager is in charge of his page.
Also
and
doesn't know how to
purposely
speak properly.
purposely
Oh,
makes it
really?
sound
Oh.
like a guy who's got broken
really?
English, but it's clearly
He
his
should
manager.
hire me.
I believe that
Yeah.
actually.
It's almost not a secret. It's
Yeah,
just like
that's
a thing
super believable,
that's known.
actually.
Yeah.
Seems kind of weird.
Okay,
He
so
can
no one
barely-
thinks it's weird that this motherfucker's 41 can do a backflip into a fucking split.
Breeze, everybody thinks that's
Dude,
weird.
I
Super.
know, but like, why is like how? What's happening? He's passing
Super
Usada's fucking. Does he have like the best doctor in the world?
Maybe he's doing
Maybe.
a lot of yoga. He keeps limber that way.
Stop this.
Yoga.
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 No,
Okay.
what's happened? What do
Yoga.
you think he's doing to either stay not getting caught? So he's just staying not getting caught. He might be the best fucking
Has
juice.
he ever been caught?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so he hasn't been staying
Dude,
not
he's
getting
been
caught.
caught with a needle in his butt.
Oh shit!
He hasn't got
Oh
caught
shit!
lately.
Usada's here. Get the needle out of here.
So he just hasn't been caught lately. All right,
Dog, he was caught like a motherfucker.
I think that's the best way to describe that. Then
What?
he hasn't been caught lately.
Dog, it's hard to under the golden snitch. It's hard to be juicing right now, dog. People that are old school, because like the old school fighters were like, "Oh, I'll still do the same thing that I was doing before, and I'm not going to cut." And then what's his name? The golden snitch.
Jeff Nowinski.
Jeff Nowinski.
Yeah.
Jeff Nowinski's like, "Oh no! I know all the tricks. I'm gonna find out the beta. What is it, the beta blockers? I'm gonna find out everything that you're doing, even the needle, like the proverbial needle in the arm of a heroin addict. You know, we're gonna find it out. So everyone who's been juicing since back in the day is getting popped now.
So
Example, Anderson Silva.
Right.
He's been doing it. I think Anderson Silva's been doing it for some time. John Jones.
So, okay.
I know I keep saying that.
Yeah,
I know.
We don't know. So here's the.
We don't know.
We don't know.
So
We know.
here's what they're saying behind that one. Is
Behind
that
what one?
Even
Which,
even
John Jones?
Jeff Nowitzki, what even he is saying, and USADA is saying that like we're catching shit, but as soon as we catch something, the people like the doctors that are making the new thing has like
They're
we
already-
don't know about it yet. We're gonna catch that. In a year from now. So they're always ahead. There's always going to be dirty guys. There's always going to be guys juicing. And there's scientists just back there figuring out the newest way to not pass a test.
Good.
So who knows? Maybe Yoel Morales got, or Yoel,
Y'all.
Yo.
Yoel, maybe Yoel has that type of thing. But it's pretty much agreed upon that
the best doctors in the world.
in every sport.
Well, yeah,
not
look
just
at him. He's
MMA,
41 doing
But
shit.
in every sport, like there are scientists, there are doctors, there are trainers and fighters that are finding the newest way to get around the test, and it's always a cat and mouse game, and they're always going to be like 1 or 2 steps behind.
I know his secret. I know y'all remember his secret. He's injecting young people's blood into him.
No, time
That
travel.
may be a thing. They're like
That, give me the
like a
young
power.
blood.
I think he's time traveling. He's
Time
a couple
traveling.
steps ahead of fucking Jeff Nowinski.
He could also just have that. He could also
No,
just be one of
no,
those
don't say
specimens.
that. Don't say that. That's not true.
What is he?
He's Puerto Rican.
Oh,
Or
that's
Cuban,
why.
Cuban. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Same
and
thing.
he has a pretty crazy backstory. If you knew the story behind him,
He was like a extreme. He's an athlete since back in the day. Since he's a child.
dude,
Fucking yeah.
That country. I mean, he's 40 years old. So just
41.
think back. Okay, 41 years. Think
Shit.
back 30 years ago, 35 years ago. That country
I would
was
think that.
scouting out little children, as children, just playing soccer, playing this, that, and they would just almost just take them from their homes and say, "Your child is going to train here now," and then they would find the best kids out of them, and some of them got to go home, and some of them stayed, and they would breed champions. They would just breed champions. And Yoel was one of those guys. He got into wrestling. He got into wrestling as a child, and the country of Cuba scouted him out as a young age and made him what he ended up being, which was just a world-class Olympic.
I would totally,
badass.
and I completely respect that. I truly do. I'm not meaning any sarcasm behind it, but he got popped.
Yeah.
You gotta make the assumption that he's been doing it the whole time.
I know. So here's the thing, though. How many people haven't been doing it the whole time? We said this last week, but we go back to the Lance Armstrong thing. So how many people, Lance Armstrong
Everybody's on
got
steroids.
popped, but
What
everybody
about-
else was on steroids too.
What about
you know?
Nate Diaz? Since he's the one who, it originally came out and he was like, everyone's on steroids. Do you think Nate Diaz has ever done any type of
No.
steroids?
No.
But okay,
Why?
but also...
What kind of question was that?
I don't-
Because
but
you
also
guys
I
are
think
saying
that
like
there's,
everyone, but there's got to be there.
No.
you know,
we mean
there's out there.
everyone in just like a general.
Here's the
sense of
shitty thing about USADA. USADA has gone from we're gonna test for steroids to we're gonna test for everything. Like there are fighters that are getting popped for a tiny, minuscule little, just a little tiny piece of something that was in something they bought at GNC.
Yeah.
And then they go back months later after they've already flagged this fighter and bought the same thing off the shelf from GNC and tested it and be like, yep, there's a tiny little, they probably didn't clean the vat.
The vat.
And,
There
and
was
then
still
they
a
let
little
it
piece
go.
of steroid in
yeah,
it.
it's just a little, so there's a difference between steroids and then you got popped for this tiny amount of something that couldn't really do anything.
There is some benefit of the doubt that I'm willing to give.
To John Jones?
No, fuck no. I'm saying the fucking just people.
Well,
in
that was what the story was. They said that
Both
there was
times?
well, the second time they said exactly what you
It
just
seems
described.
like sometimes they'll go and scramble for something that may have. This is the other side of it, because they'll say oh well, he tried this dick pill that fucking has that fucking thing, and it's well, what? Why you motherfucker? You getting paid $10 million a fight? You're gonna put things in your body that you don't know what the fuck it is. This shit came from China,
Yeah,
sir.
but that dude puts everything.
Yeah,
That
he's
guy makes bad decisions and puts anything handed in front of him.
I know.
You
One
know?
of the bad decisions that I'm not gonna put past them is steroids.
Okay,
I won't.
I'm not disagreeing with you, dude. I'm not.
I won't. Okay. Brock Lesnar, does he deserve a title fight?
no.
No,
don't
but
know.
I'm not opposed to
No,
it.
let's give it to him.
Let's let it go, dude.
Let's give it to him.
Let's
not
do it,
opposed to it.
baby. Hey,
Yeah.
this is the best fight,
Yeah.
the best undeserving fight ever.
Yeah.
He's 0-2, and he's no contest and
Yeah.
2 lost fights in his last 3
Bring that
fights.
motherfucker
And
in.
bring him
Yeah.
in.
They should let him fight with his fucking gator boots.
Oh yeah. Jesus Christ! I forgot to post that.
Oh,
it's
no,
I forgot to
dude.
post that, dude. That shit.
Gator
I'll
boots
post-
just horrible, dude.
Worst
know.
fashion decision
Worst
ever,
fashion-
Brock.
Dude, he looks
Like, who
he
dressed
looks,
him?
I don't know. I think he dressed himself. He clearly dressed himself, or someone. I think someone. What? Okay, I think someone. It's like little, like Cinderella, like the little mouses. Like they knit things around their body. I think he has clothing knitted around him as he's standing there because he's just such a massive man, dude.
I don't know why that didn't get more.
The boots. He's got gator boots.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we? Because there's people who actually do deserve that fight, dude. Honestly, who would you rather rematch?
Rematch between Stipe
and
Yeah.
Well, that's what he's asking, actually. Stipe's
he
actually
deserves
asking.
Stipe wants.
I think he deserves it.
I
You
mean,
think he
like,
deserves it? He got knocked out. Look, dude.
I mean, yes and
you
no.
never get. I'll agree with the yes and the no. So you never get the respect for knocking. You knock somebody out, a flash knockout like that. You're like, that was a fucking fluke. It's like, well, you got knocked the fuck out, guy. Like fucking. But there's also the fact that it's. I mean, it was a.
Look, Stipe
How do we know it could have?
Here's
this
the
could have went
argument.
longer.
Stipe deserves that, but I think that DC should actually defend it at least once, and that defense fight should be fucking Brock Lesnar.
No.
Like,
It
there's a-
should
there's
be
a
someone. If
tiny-
we're talking about
No,
being fair,
I want to see the crazy
I
shit,
feel
and then
you. I feel
I
you.
want
I'm
to see the real thing.
I'm going about it. I'll go around it two ways. I'll go the fair route and say the fair route. Everyone else has been beaten. There's no one Stipe DC didn't fuck up. Everyone else has been beaten, or it's not a big enough fight that DC's going to take in the last two fights he has from March 19th.
Huge point.
Yeah,
Huge point.
March 19th. He has only 2 fights that he said he's willing to do. Yeah. If he's not true to that, this is the greatest marketing thing in the world, and he gets anything he wants in these last 2 fights, right?
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't hold true to that, and he's like, I'll fight a third.
Yeah.
Fight a third.
That's easy
Right.
to
Fight a
do.
third. It's super easy to do. So it's just
Changed
his
my mind.
word. I changed my mind. Never mind.
Dana was like, all
He's
right,
like, okay, cool.
all right, cool.
So like he has 2 fights, and he can pick the 2 fights that he wants. Ozdemir is there.
Okay.
It's not big enough. He said he's not big. He's like, he's just not big enough. He's not big enough for me to fight. He's like, I want 2 big fights before I leave.
He
And
deserves
he deserves
that
it.
money.
100% deserves it. If we're going on being fair, it's not fair to have Brock, who is 0-3 in the last 3 fights.
Hashtag life's not fair. Anyway, go ahead.
100. That is my next point.
Okay.
That is my next point because people are always because Stipe was on Ariel's new show. Shout out to Ariel on
Shout out,
whatever,
Ariel
whatever-
Helwani,
Ariel- the
ESPN.
Ariel Helwani
Ariel.
show.
Yeah.
He was on the Ariel Helwani show and he was saying like, I think it's not fair that this is happening.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude. It's not life's not fair. It's UFC. Well, life's not fair either. But UFC isn't fair.
True. Yeah.
And it's turned more into entertainment than what's fair.
And I don't
which
think
is
it's gonna
why
go back
it's
anymore.
never going to go back.
Yeah.
The ranking system's there.
Who knows what happens when ESPN takes it over? Maybe
No,
something
ESPN
different.
wants the same thing Fox
Yeah.
did.
Okay,
because
cool.
Fox wanted the rankings so that they could say number 3 versus number 4 are fighting in this, and it never used to be ranks. It's like,
Yeah.
well, these two are
This makes sense.
This
This
makes
fight
sense.
makes
This is gonna be a
sense.
great fight. That's how I feel about that. Real quick, Tatiana and Carla Esparza fight.
I think that's fair.
No, I'm saying it makes. I'm like, that's a great fight.
Yeah.
I think it makes fair. It's all good.
Yeah.
I like that. But with this Brock shit, it's just a good fight.
It is.
People are
great
are complaining about how much this shit was WWE driven.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, it's
And I'm
because of the
okay with
push.
it.
It's because
I'm
of the push and the way that it all kind of came down.
If it gets worse, if it gets more than that, if that wasn't just a fun thing that we all got to see in
Didn't
the
we
cage
talk about? I
between
feel we
it.
talked about this last week.
but
We
this
did,
is-
man.
yeah,
but,
we
but
did.
If, if it ends with that, then cool. If
Well,
it
this is
doesn't
not the
end with
first
that,
time
Then
the UFC has had a WWE moment.
Zola's like, hey, we gotta fucking
We gotta
go.
do a commercial. All right.
Really quick. The other side, just real quick. The other side for Stipe, like Stipe saying, I need a rematch. I get like GSP won the title, and in his next fight, he got knocked the fuck out by Matt Serra, and they gave him an automatic rematch. GSP destroyed Matt Serra, and then went on to just annihilate the rest of
everybody
that.
else.
Yeah. But it wasn't. But GSP had just won the title, and they gave him a rematch. Stipe has won that title 3 times in a row and got knocked out in the first round.
Really quick, real
It's
quick.
just
I know.
tough.
Oh shit! Hold on, really quick.
Seconds.
Okay, hold on.
Literally
Say Stipe does get the rematch.
So,
Do you think Stipe actually comes back and wins it?
No.
No.
Not against DC. Come on,
No,
not even.
I don't.
I don't know.
But I
You
still
never
think
know.
he deserves the rematch. We have to go to break. Listen to this commercial.
Those meats, huh?
Get those meats.
Guys, subscribe, please subscribe.
Guys, fucking subscribe.
Guys,
what?
follow us. Subscribe to our iTunes,
Subscribe to our YouTube.
our
Oh.
YouTube,
That's a freaking great
iTunes,
idea.
Instagrams. Everything. Facebooks.
Yeah, all that.
Do
all that.
everything all proper. Oh, and by the way, if you guys want to subscribe to us, you guys should. Also, there's an account MMA Shouts You guys should go look at that.
Oh,
they have
shit.
MMA
Shout out
Shouts.
they have
MMA Shouts.
great content
Big
over there.
ups to
Funny
thank
shit.
you for reminding me. MMA Shouts has some dope shit on there.
Yeah,
dude.
they do.
Some of the best knockouts, best highlights.
Hey, shout out to MMA
Great
Shouts because we
place
steal
for
some of your
news.
shit sometimes.
Yeah,
we
for
steal
real.
your shit a lot. MMA Shouts.
Hey, we be stealing your shit sometimes, son.
Fucking great Instagram page.
Yeah,
Great
Instagram page.
Speaking of Instagram pages, I had to bring this up. It's just it just caught my attention. So
Was it
there's
a small
guy.
Asian boy?
Yes. How
For
dare
some
you.
reason, he's like
He
super
loves
So
that.
on-
Yeah, he
Guys.
sends me all that stuff all
I'm
the time.
enjoying
Hey,
it.
the-
Wes,
So Aubrey
Like,
Marcus,
it's gonna
Aubrey
get it.
Marcus, CEO of
The
On
On
It,
It guy,
big,
yeah.
On It guy is also like big athlete, whatever. So he posted something on Instagram a couple days ago, and I don't think he's ever made. I don't know, maybe he's just never mentioned it before. Or he decided like today's the day I'm just gonna freaking let it go. And also, if you're in the same situation or you're curious about it, link in bio. I've got a whole like blog about it. So here's what it says. It's pretty quick. So he goes, I'm in an open relationship with my fiance. And names her fiance.
I
It's
know, his
scary.
fiance's hot,
it's
too.
beautiful. She is
Yeah, she
smoking
is.
hot. Yeah. It's scary. It's beautiful.
Wait, real quick. Let me interrupt you. She gets fucked too.
Or is he gay?
Dude,
Where's this
I
going?
could keep going with this.
Oh,
Can
yeah,
we
keep going.
fuck?
You want to fuck Aubrey Marcus?
No, I want to fuck his chick if they're in an
No,
open
no,
relationship.
so let's say he is about to marry this woman.
Okay,
And
okay.
he's saying it's scary, it's beautiful, and it's kicked our ass more than anything we've ever done. After 4 years of trials and triumphs, we put together a 14-step guide for anyone who might be curious or crazy enough to consider it, and it's available now for download. So like you can download this 14-step guide. The
I'm
guide
listening.
also includes an oh shit, my partner is hooking up with someone and I don't know whether I want to puke or cry or punch a wall emergency help section as well. Like
Whoa.
crazy. And I've been reading a lot of the like just the comments, and half the comments are like, bro, you're fucking crazy, you're an idiot,
Wait.
that's stupid as hell. And then others are like, so tell me more.
Wait,
Tell
did
me
you
more
da-
about
Wait,
it."
did you download
Did you
that?
download the link in the bio?
I did not. That
That is very
yeah.
important to this
Yeah,
conversation.
what,
No, it's
what does
not.
it have to do with it?
I don't, dude, I'm just curious.
His chick cheated on him or something?
There's
No,
no
they're in
cheating.
an open
They are in an
relationship.
open
You're not
relationship, so
here
they
when you
can
said
have
it?
sex with
okay.
other people whenever they want. They're about to get married. Apparently, after marriage, they're still gonna continue this thing. They're allowed to sleep around with each other.
Is he just
with
giving
other people.
advice in this certain
So
situation?
it's a 14-step guide to like here's the things you might need
Stop
to know.
it. Stop it. Stop it. I don't think anybody
You
needs
should
to
okay.
know all that shit.
This is what we should do. You should download that guide
Download that guide. If it
and
costs,
then read it.
Download the guy.
Try
Download
it.
the guide.
No, don't try it. Hey, but I'm on some other shit. So his chick's open for free game?
Yeah, there it
Yes.
is. You're all
Yes.
on it.
Yes.
Because she's fucking hot.
Yeah, she's
dude.
smoking.
I'm gonna swing at her.
Yeah, go ahead. Just said
Dude,
you
she's
read.
smoking.
You
I'm like,
read
hey.
the guide. Hey, I read the guidelines.
I read the guidelines. Let's fuck.
Breeze.
Yeah.
Married.
No,
Espejo,
no,
married.
no.
Not even.
No,
not even
no,
thinking.
no, no, no.
All right, so
You
different
even gotta
scenario.
ask, dog.
Different
it
scenario.
makes me sick. Yes. Go ahead.
Different scenario. Clear. Like even before I ask the question, obviously, I know what you guys are gonna say. You don't get married typically if you want to keep sleeping around. That's sort of what the whole contract is about. You know, unless you have some kind of stipulation, like.
Hey, we can
Aubrey
bone other
Marcus
people.
does.
Yeah.
So let's just rewind both your lives back to 6 or 7 years ago where you're dating. Let's say you got a super hot chick and you guys are dating. Like she's your girlfriend, but she's like, I don't mind. I guess it would start a little bit like this. Maybe this is how it would start. I guess in my mind, because I could never, if I was in a relationship, I don't think I could breach that conversation to be like, are you cool if I just bang other chicks? But maybe if your chick goes, you know, I don't mind if you like maybe want to sleep around sometimes.
I don't believe her. I think it's a
Yeah,
fucking trap.
I think that's a
Sounds
trap.
like a trap,
Sounds like a
right?
fucking trap.
It's a trap.
Sounds like a trap.
I
That's a trap.
I dated this chick that was like, if you want to pop off a threesome, great. And
Yeah.
I kept doing everything to pop it off and every other excuse. And I think it's because when we were young and it sounded like mad cool to say.
Right.
And I think she just kept coming up with like excuses not to let it go down. I'm like, oh, hey, I can hit her up. And then the things that I'd have to do to get a threesome to pop
What?
off.
Like what? What would you do?
Like I just talked to a chick at a party. party, or I talk to a chick at a bar.
So you're there, your chick's
I'm
there.
there. I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get this pop up. Why are you talking to other girls? I'm like, you ain't about this.
Yeah.
You ain't about this fucking life. Get the fuck out of here. You just said this shit because this shit sounded fucking nice.
Right, I
I'm
see.
over here trying to help us out.
Right.
Okay.
I'm trying to expand the relationship.
I'm trying to help this threesome crack off, and you're over here fucking getting jealous and shit. You ain't about this life. Don't even say it. Don't even bring it up.
Totally.
Don't bring it. It sounds nice to say. All these girls, especially the young girls, they're gonna say it. I think if a girl my age now said it, I believe her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, now
that's
I
more
believe her.
believable because
Yeah.
I was
Like-
actually on the other side, on the other foot. I was dating this chick, and she actually kind of brought up, "Hey, I have a girl that I kind of find kind of attractive."
Yeah.
And she didn't say like she'd be down to fuck both of us, but she kind of like made like a gesture, like was like she wants to come over and maybe hang out with the two of us, and like she kind of wants to. She's a lesbian. She's like she was a lesbian. She doesn't mind hooking up with guys. But at the time, I was young and a fucking idiot, so I didn't even get. I
know
I
what?
was so oblivious, dude.
Yeah.
So I didn't
Do
even
you
get
look
it.
back now and be like, why did I not try to make that happen?
That's
Yeah.
You know what? That's the most fucked up thing about life, dude. It's the most fucked up thing.
What,
by
that-
the time you,
with age?
by the time
When
you
you
know,
realize
you get
wisdom.
all this age and wisdom. You're like, I couldn't use that back then.
Yeah,
I could have fucking used that back then.
yeah,
dude.
100%. I could
And then
use
you
that.
look back and you're like, I could have popped off like 19 threesomes right now, and I'm just over
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I'm over here fucking trying to be like, so what? Your friend wants to play video games or something?
Right? Yeah, I'm like, oh, she wants to
She's
come
like,
over.
Come over and like fucking
I was
watch
like,
him.
you're gonna hook up with her? What about me?
I mean,
I'm
what am
like,
I just gonna stand here? Like,
The other tough part about that too is like you look back, like say you're 19, 20, 21, you're like, I gotta have a threesome here, here, and here. Those like you're 19, so are the people that you want to have it with. Nobody really knows what the fuck they're doing. It's awkward.
Some
Like,
people do.
I've been
I know.
I've been there
Shut up.
and thought it was gonna be the coolest thing ever. Yeah, as a young dude.
Wait, well, you just
I was
bring
just
this
trying
up
to
to.
rum it, and you just
As a
fucking
young
that,
dude.
just so
Did
you
you
can bring
bring
up
this
your
up?
threesome.
No.
Did you bring
Yes.
this up to brag
It
about
was
your fucking
awkward. It
threesomes? Son of a bitch!
It was awkward. It kind of sucked because like it wasn't done the right way. Like it was a girl that I was seeing
Did
but
you
not
pay?
dating.
Did you overly pay too much attention to one chick than the
No.
other?
It was a girl that I was dating, but she wasn't my girlfriend. But we were dating, and she had a really hot friend, and they had talked about it a couple times. Then finally, she talked about it to me. The girl I'm dating talked about it to me, and it was like, so when it happened, like we went to her spot. There was like candles and everything.
I have so many
And,
questions. I have
yeah,
so many
yeah,
questions.
and I was just
Hold
like,
on, hold on.
Let him
Let
finish.
him
Let him finish.
And I get, long story short, the other girl was really into me too, and they were both just really into me, and they weren't into each other. And so there was always like a girl, like there was like it was like I couldn't do enough work because they really weren't into each other. They both wanted to have sex with me, and they thought it would be like a really cool
Such a
thing.
cool-
Hey,
for me.
I seriously.
It's not. It sucked. It was like, oh, well, I did that,
Hey,
and I was a
hey,
kid.
do me
I
a
was
favor.
young,
Do me
so
a
I was like,
favor.
I
Do our
fucked that
listeners a
up.
favor as well.
And it never
Don't
happened
say
again.
it sucked. Just don't say it sucked. You
It
cannot
didn't.
say
Okay, it
don't
didn't
do
suck.
that.
Two
Don't-
chicks.
You got
like,
two
I
chicks.
felt like all the responsibility was
Oh,
on me,
no.
and I didn't
Oh,
know.
hey, you guys,
I was
you know
a
what?
kid. I was
You
a
guys,
kid.
if you guys,
I
if
regret
you
bringing
guys
this
can,
up.
if you guys can just donate $1 to our buddy, if all of our listeners donate $1, get him some help. He needs because this
He needs
scarred
some
him.
milk.
This scarred him. He is clearly
Are you
scarred
okay?
from this.
Are you
from
okay?
this situation.
Hey, let me ask you a serious question. Was your endurance okay?
Totally. Yes.
Really? Wow,
Yeah.
you said that really like confident.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, endurance was there. Everything. It wasn't like when you're. I think I wasn't
old were
old
you?
enough. I was not old enough to drink. So it was like I don't remember if I was 19 or 20, but I was not old enough to drink. So I know that, and I know that I just wasn't experienced enough with women in general and sex in general to know how to like. How to orchestrate
You know what? You
this
had
thing
all this
the way
power.
it
You had
always
all this
pictured
power
in
before
porn.
you knew what to do with
Dude,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
because when you're a kid, there's porn and then there's real life, and porn and real life don't mix until you get
No, dude,
older and
my
you get
real
more
life,
experience.
I feel you.
So I just thought it was gonna be a porn. I thought it was gonna be exactly the way it is when I watch a porn, and it wasn't. It was like, all right, what are you gonna do? How are we gonna do this? And it's just like, I don't fucking know. Like that's not how it works when I watch
There's
porn.
politics.
Oh, it was so weird. But here's two grown adults, like in their 30s, who have said, It works for us. It doesn't always make us
tell you right
feel
now,
good, but
if-
we're gonna do it anyway.
If a threesome popped off now at 34, I still won't know what the fuck to do.
Oh,
Tyler.
really?
I would still
Something
wait,
wrong
wait,
with
wait.
you.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
about that.
No,
But
I
I'm
agree.
on
I
board.
know. I'd be like, okay, whoa.
Maybe you
okay.
trust
All right,
me
hold
for
on. Hold on. Am I pulling my pants down? How's this gonna work?
Wait, how do you not know?
I don't know how this. How do you deal with two different chicks?
Well, now you would know because now
How?
you. What do you mean? How?
I know how to deal with one chick. Am I okay? So let me get a scenario. Yeah.
Okay.
So a chick walks in the room.
Okay.
I'm not going to use my wife in this scenario.
No, use
good idea.
use a stranger. Use a
Use a
stranger.
complete
Good
stranger.
idea.
Use a complete stranger. And this is a chick walks in the room. I pull down my pants.
No,
she
what?
pulls down her pants.
Already?
She,
The pants are off?
see, I don't know.
You're fucking
What
up
the
already.
Why?
Because your pants are off already? No, it's too
when
much.
do
You
the
got
pants go off? Am I making out with the chick?
Yeah, a
first?
little bit of
Am I making
fondling.
out with both of these chicks?
Yeah, a little bit of
You-
like,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Okay,
You have to
so
go
then
into heavy.
so let's fast forward
And
to
then they
insertion.
kiss.
Let's
Yeah,
fast
then they
forward
kiss.
to,
Oh, to insertion.
Let's
Okay.
fast forward to insertion.
That's a you just skipped a
You're just-
bunch
yeah,
of
dude,
shit.
you're
Okay,
skipping
see?
a lot.
You see? Okay, so you see where my point is here. So I'm banging one chick. Is one finger in another chick? Am
Whoa,
I?
no,
Do we
they
have
got to what? They have to like please each other.
When you're a kid?
What?
It's a lack of imagination.
Dude, you have to like
Maybe.
please one and then the other one may please the other chick.
I think you'd fuck this up too.
I would.
Dude,
I think you'd fuck this up
Wait,
too.
hold on. I have a question for you, Wes.
Okay,
You're-
really quick, and then our resident lawyer Vince is gonna jump in here and just maybe give a quick
What the fuck does Vince know?
explanation. Who knows? But let's see. Let's see.
Okay,
Let's just
well,
find out.
hey, you don't take off your pants immediately.
Yeah,
though, right?
please keep your pants
Keep
on.
your
Vince.
pants
Okay, hold
on
on.
here.
Let me ask.
But I
Wes something
feel
real
like
quick.
he has a lot of answers to questions that we're
Look at him.
saying right
Give
now.
him,
Wes.
give him the fucking mic.
Wes, really fast before Vince. So you're in a relationship. Would you be open for a threesome with your chick?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
No, not that I. Okay, like well, there's a difference between open and willing to do so. Of course, yes, I would. Terrible idea, and I would never do it.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
That's what I've always heard.
In my opinion, in a relationship, that's
always
gonna
fucks it up,
it's
right?
gonna ruin the relationship.
Yeah.
And I've never done it, but I don't know any better.
I don't think that would ruin a relationship.
I think so, dude.
I think it just make it very awkward.
Yeah, that would ruin it.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, Vince. Do you take off your pants immediately?
No.
Of course.
No.
What do you got, Vince?
You wouldn't do anything different you would do when you're having sex with a single chick.
Oh,
you don't
right.
walk in there and just immediately take off your pants.
Brian does.
I do.
In Brian's scenario, he does.
Brian's
Well,
scenario.
that's sad.
Yeah.
But you got to set the mood. You got to warm them up. You know, you got to lead into it. And, you know, it doesn't always ruin the relationship. I think you have to be more mature.
Correct.
And you have to be very secure in the relationship in order to do something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's levels to this shit. You don't have to be full on swing, guy girl swap. You know, you can be into just angel threesomes, guy
Whoa.
and two chicks.
What?
Angel
The angel
angel
threesome.
throwing out
Guy and two chicks.
Would you be in a
What?
threesome with another dude?
Just us both fucking a girl, not
Yeah.
me fucking him.
No,
Come
which
on,
is-
bro.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh, well, I'm just clarifying. I don't
Okay.
know people listen.
Yeah.
I've done that before. I've done
Eiffel Tower?
Did you touch the guy?
Did you Eiffel
No,
Tower?
Same hole?
It's always north south. I don't do that
North.
crossing swords or
Crossing swords?
Dude,
Did you
know,
like high five him or like
Did you
look him
do
in the
the Eiffel
eye?
Tower?
No. We didn't do that. He's up front getting his dick sucked. I'm hitting from the back. We
You make
switch.
no eye contact.
No
eye
eye
contact?
contact. It's all you're like doing your thing. You're just focusing on her ass when you're back there. When you're up front, you're just focusing on her head.
What
She's
if,
just
what if
like-
he's like
I
moaning
think we have
super
a few.
heavy?
We only have a few minutes left. Zola's like screaming at us. So just really quick, one scenario. It's you. It's two women. They're both into you. How do you get this thing started?
walk into the room, start kissing one, messing with one, and diddling the other. I've been in that situation where you're in a threesome and the girls aren't really into it. You're into it. It's good, but I like it when the girls are into each other. Yeah. That's always great. That's a turn on.
That's the chemistry. You need that.
Yeah, it almost seems if the girls, like kind of from Wes's example, if the girls aren't into each other, kind of the whole thing is kind of a dud, no?
Right.
Like
would you
you
make
said, sex with two chicks at the same time is never a dud. It could be better, but it's never a dud.
Oh, well, yeah, good point on my part.
Have you ever had like, what if one chick is like super into it? You just kind of block her off, like, hey, you're done.
I've had that happen before, and
Or
I
you
had
just
her.
like,
Yeah, I made like we were gonna leave,
yeah.
And then when she got out the door, I closed the door and locked it and went back upstairs with the other
Oh, shit.
And she called a taxi and came and got her. She was going crazy because we were all into it and stuff. And then she started getting all dominatrix. Get over here and eat my pussy. I was like, calm the fuck down, you know. And she just got all crazy. So, okay, we're going to leave. So we all got together. She went out, closed the door, came back.
No one busted no nuts?
Well, when I came back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do we got to take a break to figure this thing out?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're taking a break. Listen to this. Why do we air that one?
Dude, at this point,
Didn't we have another one?
That's hard to listen to.
just to remember the old days, way back in the
That's
days
super hard to listen to.
before we became world famous.
Man, the ESPYs are tonight.
Oh yeah, saw Rose
it's Wednesday.
Namajunas over there partying
Rose
with
party.
Chris
Rose
Cyborg.
party.
Rose at
With Chris
party.
Cyborg over there.
During the break, I was looking on her Instagram live, and she has Chris Cyborg in the background, kind of fake choking her.
Yeah.
Dude,
Bet she-
Rose is a hot chick.
Yeah, dude,
man.
yeah, she is.
That she made the
She's
top 3.
She's a hot chick. What were the 3 that were nominated for Best Fighter, Zol? One of them was
GSP, right?
Vasily Lomachenko, big up. Another one was Rose Namajunas.
The other one was GSP, right?
Other one was GSP, who only fought one fucking time, which I don't know how the fuck is GSP even nominated? That just goes
Because
to show how little.
he won a second belt, dude.
I know, but that just shows how little. Come
there
on,
it is,
we
right
know
there.
how.
Bang.
We know.
Okay, all right. So real quick, let's just
We know how he won.
let's
that
pull the
second
cat
round.
out of the bag then, because this is the ESPYs award. This is the ESPN awards, and ESPN just bought the UFC. So of course they're gonna
take the
throw
most
in a bunch of
marketable
guys.
guy.
Like they're not gonna make them the greatest
I'm
fighter.
surprised they didn't nominate Connor, who didn't even fight at all this
Oh,
year.
dude, they probably should
Conor
have.
McGregor, it's you.
Come on
It's their
down.
new brand. MMA is their brand new brand. They just bought it. So they have to
Terrence Crawford won for Best Fight of the Year. Shout
Boxer?
out to Boxer. GSP, Rose Namajunas, and Vasily Lomachenko. Vasily Lomachenko, you guys are gonna hear so much about him in the
I hear
upcoming
Lomachenko.
Isn't he fighting
the name
soon?
all the time?
Dude, this guy's a fucking wizard, dude.
Let's do a prediction really quick. So I just learned that Fighter of the Year on ESPN, the ESPY Awards, includes boxing and MMA. How much longer until there's boxing of the year, boxer of the year, and MMA fighter of the year?
Next year.
1 year?
Next year.
It
Yeah.
should
Next
already,
year, right?
it should already be done.
Well, they just bought
Yeah,
they just bought the
yeah,
UFC. So
maybe
They don't know what they're
It happens
doing right
next
now.
year.
Yeah.
Hey, so
next
did
year.
you see Chris Lieben is fighting in a bare knuckle fight
No?
versus? So I text what's
Beck?
her name? I text Beck,
Rollins?
and I'm like, hey, look at you starting the wave. Chris Lieben just entered to fight. What's that douchebag's name? He has the bad boy. He has a bad boy tattoo right here.
I'd go.
The Sandman?
What the fuck is his name, dude?
Bad boy on the side. Is he Brazilian?
No, he's a white dude. He's old. He's like an older guy now.
Did he
Is he
fight?
Is it Brock
hold on.
Lesnar's number 1 fan?
Speak
I
about.
don't know.
Still in
Did he
Dennis.
fight? Did he fight Anderson Silva up a weight class?
Yes.
Yeah, the Sandman. I forgot his actual name, but I love that fight. Anderson Silva got bored of the 185-pound division and was like, I just want to fight at 205 just to see what that would be like. And
Phil
the dude,
Baroni.
okay, that's not.
Yeah, I know.
But Phil Baroni.
Oh, I can't believe that.
Old ass Phil Baroni.
Yeah, old ass Phil Baroni, dude.
Yeah.
So he's fighting Phil Baroni, and then so I text back, and I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool. You started a little wave here, and she's
Yeah.
like, yeah, but that's not the same fight organization that
No
I'm in.
shit.
I'm like,
Different
wait, what?
one.
There's a different bare knuckle fighting organization.
Really?
And then she's like, yeah, they're gonna fuck it up, something like that. And then she's like, if it's hopefully they do it well. And I'm like, do we need
Another
two
one?
bare knuckle
Yeah.
fighting?
It's like the Bellator
if-
of knuckle fighting.
If it's gonna be a thing, then maybe. In the meantime, we'll just kind of
now,
watch that.
Right
It's
off
one of
the
those
just
things.
off the jump, like right now, we need bare knuckle fighting off the jump.
Someone's trying to come in really hot with that bare knuckle fighting.
So
Yeah, we'll see what
I do
happens.
want to see that fight.
She's fighting again.
Yeah, she fights in like September or
Yeah,
August. Or
she's
something
gonna fight
like that.
again.
We'll get her back in here once before or after a fight.
Knuckles
Shout
or
out,
no knuckles?
shout out to
Rowdy
Beck.
back.
Rowdy back. Yep.
Um,
Good luck on your fights.
Damn, she posted a picture the other day that I was
I
like,
didn't see it. Really? Oh.
That's all
Hey,
I
she's
said.
enjoying the money that she's
That's all I
making
said.
from that.
I was
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Did you guys see the beef between Brendan Schaub and Dana White?
course
The
we
tea
did.
is great.
Oh my
course we
God,
did.
Eskimo brothers.
Eskimo
I mean,
brothers.
Inuit brothers.
Inuit brothers.
Read. Can you read
Yes.
that off?
Yes, sir.
Wes?
Yes, I can.
All right.
Yes. All right. So this was Brendan Schaub's just finally snapping, I guess, on Dana
Brendan
White.
Schaub's always tried to act like he's like, I have no beef with Dana White. Before, back in the day, maybe like a year or two ago, like he was very butthurt. You could
Yeah.
tell clearly butthurt.
Yeah.
But then as he started getting more success, he started like, you know what? Well, it's not so bad.
He did the adult thing and
Yeah,
let
go
it
ahead,
go.
Just let it go.
But-
Well, not so
but
much.
then
Since he has a microphone, if Dana White fucks up and says some dumb shit or does something dumb that he thinks is dumb, he has like, why wouldn't he say that?
Okay, so
because he says it with everyone.
Is there a background story to this? I know I just saw this. Like I opened my Instagram and I was like, holy shit, Brendan Schaub is going hard into Dana White. So now, did Dana White? I know he said something about Brendan Schaub. If Brendan Schaub didn't know Joe Rogan, then he would be nothing because Joe Rogan kind of catapulted him into
And I think
the
that's
success that he's in right now.
So that's I think what that was the straw that broke the camel's back. So apparently, I don't think the backstory is super important, but while Brendan Schaub was a heavyweight fighter in the UFC, he had issues with Dana White, and eventually he retired and moved on to bigger and better things. And now he has a podcast, and so now he talks about UFC, and he talks about fighting, he talks about all of the issues, and when he talks, he also maybe mentions some things that Dana White does or doesn't do too well, or whatever the case is. But yeah, Dana White threw something out there that said if it wasn't for Joe Rogan, Schwab, you wouldn't be anything, blah, blah, blah. And Schwab just finally snapped. Because he's not a shit talker kind of guy. But he
Well-
finally snapped and wrote one big ass long
great.
tweet to basically say,
Let's hear it.
Is there
Alright, let's hear it.
anything
Let's hear
better
it.
for this, or are you just gonna do the whole thing?
I'll just read it real quick. So it starts off. This is hilarious. Yes, Joe Rogan, one of my best friends, has played a significant role in my post-fight career, no doubt. You're right about that, Dana White. 2 TV shows, sold out worldwide comedy tour, 2 successful podcasts, and just booked my first major movie. Super grateful. However, if it weren't for the Fertitas loaning your ass millions of dollars to invest in an idea
Shots
that wasn't
fired.
yours from the start, you wouldn't be shit. Like shit, like all caps, shit. How's it feel to know once the real businessmen slash brains left, the UFC has been a shell of itself with you at the forefront? You've tried it all, CM Punk entertainment, begging Brock to come back, and praying at night for a Connor text.
That's the best.
Damn.
That's the
Yeah.
best.
Tough job to do without Lorenzo holding your hand and making sure you don't mess it all up. Can't feel good. You'd be a cardio kickboxing coach in Boston in your late 40s, hoping to grab a ticket to my stand-up front row if Lorenzo Fertitta didn't save your ass. Also, this is no way Eskimo brothers should talk to one another. And then he ends it with like last warning, like, hey dude, let it go or I'm gonna really say some shit. But
Yeah.
he clearly said the shit right before
Well,
he said that.
yeah. So what? Okay, so I know that Brendan Schaub dated Ronda Rousey a long time ago.
Correct.
And then, so are we just assuming that it's Ronda Rousey?
He is hinting.
What? What do you mean assume? Who the fuck else would it be?
I guess.
Come
but
on,
I mean,
dog. You see how the relationship... Come on, that's a silly question.
For people who don't know, an
know
Eskimo
Eskimo
brother.
brother.
As a fan
Is a
of MMA...
term.
It's
But
also...
I'm just trying to be, as PC as possible because we're just trying to. I mean, we know it's Ronda Rousey, but
That's the answer.
okay.
Brendan Schaub is basically saying,
we know the
you
answer.
slept with Ronda.
Yeah.
I know about it. It was
Yeah.
kind of a secret. Guess what,
now-
Dick? It's not anymore. How much more do you want me to say?
Does
How much
Travis
more do you
Brown-
want
does
me to
Travis-
say?
Does Travis Brown
didn't,
know?
if he didn't fuck Ronda Rousey, he sure acts like it.
Who?
Dana?
Dana White?
sure acts like it.
Yeah.
I
Like,
never would have
you know
guessed.
what?
Yeah, me
Anybody
neither.
who
Until that
any-
text, I would
okay,
have
peep
never.
this, peep this.
I would have
His
never known.
biggest, maybe I'm wrong, but his biggest star decided not to fight anymore, and he doesn't bash them like he bashes everybody else for leaving. his biggest star. Ronda Rousey was his biggest star at one point. If Conor was to get up and leave right now, he wouldn't be saying, let's introduce him into the Hall of Fame. He'd be like, no, what the fuck, motherfucker, I'm not done with you yet.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, he did introduce Ronda to the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah, just 2 weeks
So,
ago.
do you think it was post Brendan Schaub or before Brendan Schaub?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you think
I don't
maybe
think
it was
that's that's the question.
at the
here.
same time?
let's dissect
Threesome.
let's dissect the rest of this. Threesome. Let's dissect the rest of this because I think Brandon Schaub's making some good points here, but also let's not ignore that Dana White is an excellent businessman. I mean, you can't say all of that and say like.
He said he said that it wasn't his idea. I don't really think that's true. That's 100% accurate.
Those are emotional shots back
Yeah,
and
for
forth.
sure.
Yeah.
Like Dana White's like, if it wasn't for Joe Rogan, you wouldn't be big. So he's like, well, fuck you. If it wasn't for the owners, you wouldn't be
They
big.
both
I
kind of
get
got
it.
points.
That's just-
Yeah.
They both
Yeah.
kind of have valid
back and
But
points.
it's
forth
also
banter.
one of those things where it's
very
like
it's very like housewives kind of juicy, like back and forth. I get it.
It's kind of below the belt
It's
for
a-
both of them.
Yeah.
But
Unintended.
but Dana White does have a point. Joe Rogan kind of did help Brendan Schaub a lot.
I know he fucking told him he should stop fighting.
Yeah, and then because of that,
And then he cried on his
that
podcast.
was a
all
rough
awesome.
episode.
That was a rough episode. That was also a fucking awesome episode.
Yeah, that was.
That was
Episode.
good fucking radio right there.
Yeah.
And Schwab took his advice, and now look what
And
he's
now
doing
look
now.
what
he's
Pretty
doing.
fucking
Very-
impressive.
very successful.
Yeah. So, I mean, since then, Schwab has gone back on and said, yeah, I said all that. Like, this has been, like, years in the making. I'm not going to go much further with this, but his last podcast was like, look, man, like, you're a dick. You've been a dick. You're like, businessman or not businessman, you're a dick. You don't need to be such a dick. That's all he was saying.
That's a
You don't need
very-
to be such a dick. And then in the end, he was like, you should probably maybe stop working for the UFC now, too. Like, that was his last kind of shot.
All right, Junior Dos Santos versus who? Lewis or Ngannou?
I would go Lewis. I think Ngannou's gonna take a. He's gonna kick back for a little bit.
He just
You know what
apologized.
Ngannou's biggest thing is? He's just mentally small. Mentally, he's just so fucked in the head. I think that
Do you
someone
think
should.
he was before the loss to Stipe, or he is now?
I think when everyone tells you you're doing well,
Oh.
then that does build confidence.
Yeah.
And he went in there and didn't do well, and everyone said you sucked, and then it dropped his confidence. It's a very simple thing that happened.
Well, also like that goes right back into like the really quick the Schwab Dana White beef is like right after that fight. Dana White was like, "What the fuck, Ngannou? Like,
That's
you think
why-
you're shit?
yeah.
You think you're so great?
Yeah.
And now look at you." And Schwab's like, "You're the guy that made him feel that way, and now you're."
Now you're bashing him.
Yeah, now
Fucking-
you're bashing him on television right after a big loss.
Yeah.
That's not how you do things when you're the boss. Like the boss is supposed to make you feel better after a loss and get you built back.
You know
up.
Yeah,
what?
but it's not-
he has a good point. It's like, look, it's all your product.
Yeah.
The whole everything. The person who lost, the person who won. It's all your product. And sometimes Dana White wants to side with the fans, and we forget all the time that he's a promoter. Like
He's not
he's
fucking.
He's a promoter. He's not anything else but the promoter. So
No, I mean he's not
just
just a
drawing
promoter.
on-
He's also the CEO of the company.
I know, but he's
um,
also his end game is putting butts in
Totally.
seats.
But I feel
Yeah,
like
it's
Dana
very-
White is very emotional when it comes to things like that. If
Yeah,
there's a
he's-
bad fight, he's gonna just spew off whatever the fuck he feels in the post.
Part of me's not mad at that.
I've
no,
never
it's
been
not.
mad at that. Like I get Schwab's.
Ngannou shouldn't feel bad because, like you said,
Ngannou
Dana
shouldn't
White
listen to what anybody
exactly.
say.
And Dana
Because
White
at the
is
end
a
of the day,
businessman.
he's the one going in there and risking his head to get punched, not Dana White. So
I get Schwab's point where it's like, hey man, don't fucking kick the guy while he's down. You're the boss. But I've always liked that Dana White has at the end
No
of
filter.
a fight,
No filter.
yeah, he talks like a fan would talk, like I would talk, like that fight sucked. What the fuck? God damn it! Like I expected more. That's bullshit. I've always liked that about him. But I don't know, and I've never met Dana White, so I don't know if he's this crazy, like Mr. Burns character that doesn't care about anything except money, or if he really does care about the fighters and he talks to them differently after the
I don't
fights
think
behind
so.
the scenes than
I
he
don't think
does
so.
on the
Dude,
camera.
the-
I'll never know.
I
I'll never
we,
know.
doubt it.
look
But it doesn't-
go on the Monday morning after a fight and see how much everyone's getting paid and see how much he cares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll show you how much Dana White
Yeah.
cares, because there's people that are not getting paid, so getting paid $8,000 to show up, $8,000 to win.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
I don't think
to me.
Dana White is talking to them differently than what he's showing on TV. I
But
think he's just talking to them all the same.
No, I think Connor gets totally.
Well, no,
different
Connor's
treatment.
different.
I
But I'm
totally-
saying, like, Ngannou. Like, I'm sure Dana White wasn't, like, shooting him a text, hey, I said this shit, that your fight sucked, but don't worry, buddy, keep your head up. Like,
You know
I'm
what?
pretty
There's
sure.
not. We don't have the superstars of MMA like we had back, like when they were like superstars. We don't. You know, when like Brock Lesnar, like Tito, Chuck, and when we had like Anderson Silva back in the day, where it was like the fights that happened changed the landscape of the division. We're not really seeing fights happen too often. That's why we talked so much about that DC fight, because it changed the landscape of that. It was huge. It changed the landscape of the division. We're not seeing that happen too much.
No, it's a bummer, and
It's very
and
everything's very, very safe.
They're like-
People
well,
don't want to
there's-
fight people because it's like, no, well, he's why would I fight this number 2 why would I fight this number 8 when I'm number 2 and I lose the number 8? That's gonna bring my stock down, and people don't want to fight. And there's all these politics fights that would be like, oh my god, that would be a great fight if it happened. But he's so far, he's a number 8.
there's all these other crazy things happening too. Like John Jones, I think, would still be that Anderson Silva guy. He'd be that superstar, but he keeps getting in trouble or like getting flagged by USADA. He can't fight for a long time. They let Conor McGregor go off and fight Floyd Mayweather and make $100 million. So
And now he's like-
obviously he's like,
Now
why
he's
would
meeting
I
up with
keep
Vladimir
doing this?
Putin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
See him
Russia.
meeting with
Yeah,
Vladimir
if I was
Putin?
Dana White, I'm like, why did I do that? Like, that was
Eating
so big
pasta.
for Connor and sort of big for us, but
Not
now
really.
the
Not
superstar's gone.
Not
Like,
really.
why?
You know what was big for the
So we
UFC?
don't have those big superstars.
Just for that night.
It was
UFC
big for that night.
For
Yeah.
that night, the
For
UFC was
that,
like, this is a great night for us. And then it was
Yep.
like, okay, well.
And it was
Now it's a-
massive for Connor.
Yeah, it's very
Connor-
massive.
It's like the
Connor's
hot
a
chick
legend,
you have
literally
a threesome and then
legend.
she leaves you because the dick is better somewhere else.
You know what? That's kind of the problem. That's kind of the problem with some threesomes too. Like the open relationship that I kind of wanted to get on earlier, but I'm not confident enough. I don't think I ever could be confident enough that I'm like, yeah, babe, go ahead.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's
Go
the,
ahead.
like that's
just because like, okay, some dude fucking long dicks are real proper, and then like, I don't know, like
That's
she's
the-
out
Oh,
there
yeah, she's
getting
not gonna
long
tell
dick.
you.
She's not gonna tell me.
There's a big difference between you're in a relationship and you have a threesome with some random girl.
I'm sorry,
and
guys, I didn't mean
you're
to bring it to that.
in a relationship and your girl can go sit at a bar when you're at work and be like, hey babe, just letting you know I met this dude at a bar, he's super
We're
hot,
gonna
we're
go
gonna
fuck.
fuck tonight. Yeah.
It's
That's
gonna
a
be
whole
super,
different
and not only that.
universe.
Okay, let's say like she's like, oh my god, this guy, I'm gonna fuck this guy tonight, and I'm like, we had plans to watch House Hunters tonight.
House Hunter.
We were
So
supposed to watch
specific.
House Hunters tonight. Okay, you fucking dudes.
I was gonna make
just
tapas.
tonight.
Yeah.
I fucking found this thing
Right?
on Pinterest, you bitch.
I got Uber Eats on the way. God damn it!
So like, there's a lot that comes that
Yeah.
goes into
I
It
saw
it.
this-
sounds,
I-
it sounds very
I saw this movie
That's
where like
what the-
they had a
that's the
thing.
I don't need that. You know
Yeah.
what? Here's the thing.
Dude,
a relationship. I think there's places that these can flourish. These relationships that are kind of out of the box. There's places that those can flourish. But there's so much complication behind it. It's just simpler just to
There's
get one.
there's gonna be one person on the relationship that's gonna be like, oh fuck, did I do that right? Like,
What do you
should
mean?
I? There's gonna be one person. Okay, whenever you have an open
Look at we're
relationship,
back here.
I feel like
Here we are
there's gonna
again.
be one person in the relationship that is not 100% down.
What
Like,
do you mean?
like out of the two people that are like, okay, you want to have an open relationship, we can do this. But there's one
There's
person
that's
that
gonna be less down than the other one.
yes, there's the one person that talks the other person into it, and then the other person kind of just like, all right,
Well,
I'm
that's-
80% down.
I
I
know
feel like
and I'm
that
some
people
people
100%
fails.
down.
I feel
I
like
know
the
some-
Aubrey Marcus thing, I feel like they have both decided that they're equally down. And I bet there's got to be a point, like, what happens to, like, so they're about to get married. I bet there's got to be a point where
You
they're
know-
like, well, I'm not down anymore.
Imagine this
And he's like,
guy-
well, I'm
okay.
still down.
Imagine going down on your chick and like seeing a squiggly loose pube hair. on another dude. A squiggly loose pubic hair from another
Clearly
blonde.
not yours.
You're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck was going on in here?
You have blonde, straight hair.
Oh,
Well, my
And this
pro-
is
I'm out. I'm so out right now.
My problem with me would be like that my chick, well not my chick, but the chick that I'm with would
Does
be
she
getting
do-
way more laid
Yeah.
than I am. scam. She's a chick. She's just getting.
100%. I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah, how open is open?
Yeah,
Seriously.
because
Well,
like
dude, I'm listen. A wise man said, "A man is only gonna cheat as much as his options." So, and that's Chris Rock. So, guys don't get mad options. Guys don't get options where it's like, hey, what's up? You want to fuck? It's like, no, we are normally trying to fuck the person. Chris Rock says this. He's like, every time a guy does something for you, he's just trying to fuck. He opens a door for you. You want to fuck? I mean, just opening a door for something. I'm trying to fuck. Like anything a guy does for a girl is always trying to fuck. So it's very easy for a girl to get some dick. For us, if my girl gave me a hall pass, dog, I might be out for a couple weeks trying to find something.
That changes. That changes with your status. That changes with how you look. It changes with your status, how much money you make, what kind of job you have, whether you're if you're a famous guy on Instagram, CEO, owner, you own on it, you.
Oh, it's gonna be way easier for Audrey Marcus to get
for
some
sure.
pussy.
The average Joe, us,
Average
then you
Brian.
open.
So what you're saying is the average Joe should not have an open relationship.
Yes! That's the conclusion.
Yeah,
there
that's
it
the
is.
conclusion.
You don't have a
you
couple
know what?
of $100,000 in your bank account.
yeah,
You're not
go ahead.
driving
Okay,
a fucking
listen.
Mercedes.
Take
and
a
you
look
got a
at
nice
you. Listen,
place.
listen.
It's gonna be a little more difficult for you.
You got a Toyota, you got a Chevy.
Right.
You know what? You stay in a
You
committed
rent the place.
relationship.
Yeah.
You
You
fucking
rent.
stay in
Don't
a
fuck
committed
around with
relationship.
threesomes.
Yeah. Don't be going doing no
You don't have a
crazy
jacuzzi
shit.
in your backyard.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your
Stay in your
lane.
lane.
Yeah.
But if you got a couple $100,000, you know, you think you can go out there and you can
Couple
you can
million
get it.
followers on
Yeah,
Instagram.
you can get a chick. You know
Yeah.
what? Throw the idea. Plant the seed, baby.
Right.
With that said, we're gonna end this episode of the Donkey Show podcast. Thank you guys
we covered
so.
everything.
Yeah, we
I
covered
think
everything.
we went pretty.
No,
thorough.
we
Yeah,
probably
I
did
think
it.
we're pretty
There was
thorough.
so much to talk about this week, and I know we didn't cover it. We'll get to it next week. Thank you guys so much for listening. We are the Donkey Show podcast, and we are out.